Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. We're checking out a new map here called Old Timers Farm. Apparently this was in FS25. Don't believe this one came to the mod hub. I believe this was probably another one like this one that was through external sites. Again, as always, I found this through kingmods.net, not sponsored. Just letting you guys know where I find some of these. I love the fact that it has that flag starting off. As far as the description, really isn't much to it. Just wants to letting us know that they pulled it from 22 and that they hope we enjoy. So, yeah, let's check it out. Again, when I do these, the only mod that I have active is one that allows me to fly, which is Power Tools, I believe, is what it's called. And then, of course, the map itself. If there are required mods, I will at least give you guys a heads up that there are going to be required mods. A lot of them, if they're not included in the mod hub, should be... at least I would hope that they would have it as a separate pack when you go to download it from the external sites, but sometimes that's not always guaranteed. Alright, so this should be a cattle shed. Just go ahead and turn off flight mode while we're thinking of it. So yeah, this is cow barn with a feeding robot. Where is... Come on, jump over, thank you. So this one, well, looks like, oh, there it is. Very tiny, 1,044 head of cattle can go into here. Sorry about that, I just bumped my microphone. But yeah, so you do have your milk point here, so you can collect that. Obviously you have a nice meadow field here. For a farm this size, I'm a little surprised that this is what I'm assuming to be our silo. No, it's a compost silo. Oh, duh. Right there in front of me. Anyway, don't mind me. I do like this feature here. Windmill is not running, but that's fine. Looks like we're still getting water pulled up from the depths. So we can fill up our equipment, our trailers and whatnot, so we can make sure our animals are well taken care of. So we do start off with a K-brand SB1290 ID baler. Don't know if I've ever used this particular one. Looks to be our subsoiler. Alpego K Extreme 11-500. Looks like is what this one is. And our mowing setup, K-brand, looks like. KMG 3123F for the fronts. For the back, KMG 8730-FF for the back. I'll probably end up swapping this out to the ones that have the collectors on them. Windrowers, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, looks like we've gone with the Crone versions of our tedder and our big windrower. So it looks like this is one that's designed to get everything off to one side versus a lot of the ones I tend to use, which collect it in the middle. So these ones might stay. It depends on where or how I decide to go with this particular farm when I make it my own. Next shed over, it looks like we have our seeder, K-brand Espro 6000. Planter, Horsch Maestro 9.75 RX. And this looks like our spreader, Amazon ZA-TS 3200. I'm a little surprised I'm not seeing the front part that goes with this that expands our capacity. Looks like Crampy Kipper, big body 750S, our tipper trailer. Looks like our windrow straw collector deal. Fendt Tigo 75 ER. That's it for those two barns. We have our beautiful little home. I do love these signs that, you know, modders build. Oh, that's the loud car. That one's not too much quieter, but yeah, anyway. That's a little trippy because it looks like it's lit up, but where's the lights to light it up? Come on, guys. Oh, I do like the way they use those, though. Yeah, generic little home. I'm definitely going to be swapping this out for one that we can enter. Grandpa's hanging out over here on the side. Hello. Oh, it's laundry day. Perfect day. I'm recording on laundry day. Lovely. Airing out my dirty laundry. Well, hopefully it's clean now. Little chicken pasture. With no chickens. What are we looking at? I marked off over here. Small shed. Okay. It's nice to see that some modders use these to their benefit and they add them to their maps. It makes things interesting, though. You know, if they expect us to have, you know, be able to build this, make sure that we have, you know, woods or something that we can cut down. I guess that's what that is. Maybe I should shut up and just look at the map. So first tractor that we come across is Fent 728 Vario. So definitely went Fent heavy as far as tractors go, it looks like. 720 Vario. Ooh, sassy Massey. Massey Ferguson 9S.425. Massey Ferguson, I've been trying to expand my collection of in the game. So maybe one of these days we can actually do a legit Massey Ferguson farm. And another Fent. This one is a 942 Vario. So it looks like that might be the biggest one that we have, unless we got one heading elsewhere. Oh. And yeah, looks like we do have... hello? Apparently lights aren't one to work, but there are lights in these barns, it looks like. So I'm not sure if it's just automatic, it'll turn on when it gets dark, but we'll see. Looks like solid fert in those, and then seeds in those. I think a big farm like this would have a better place than just inside there. And out front here, or maybe this is the back part of the farm, it's hard to tell. We have a bunch of junk, like old equipment, torn down equipment, old well, because that looks like it's been concreted off, so maybe that was the existing well for a while. But a bunch of beat up, worn down pieces of, well, junk. So, looks like if it wasn't for the flats, which I'm surprised those are flat, being that they should be solid rubber. That I wonder if that could get up and running. Just kind of like that. Yeah, that's got quite a few flats and a few, probably more than a few other issues, like no windows. Anyway. Plenty of old tires. Most of them look like they're dry rotted, like that. Or, you know, equipment with no tires. Anyway, moving on. Oh, that's the Old Timers Farm logo, it looks like. Couldn't tell at first, just looks like it's really stretched out. This looks like it's an actual legit, they have it set up for legit bale storage. So I wonder if it actually does it down here, or if it fills up top first. So looks like we have another dump trailer over here. That's an edited one. I'm curious. Once we get the save going. There we go. That's the lizard one. Oh, that's got 18,500 liters available for it. Okay. But it's made by Rudolph. Okay. Not complaining, just observing. Ooh, squeaky doors. We need to get some WD-40 on those hinges. All right, so looks like we got a workshop there out front. Capello Diamant 8 row, apparently. We got a harvester around here somewhere. I think it's out by the field, ready to go. Load King Distinction Triple Hopper. Looks like probably base game, more than likely. Just like the Volvo, I imagine is probably base game. A VNX 300 day cab version. Looks like it's got the aggro type tires on it. And here I have expected these doors, like one of these doors at least, to swing up, but apparently not. Interesting though that they made it to where you can actually see the motor right there on both sides. A lot of the barns and sheds don't have that as an option or visible. So looks like more old equipment. Is this a sheep pen? One of these days I'm going to be smart. I'm going to just get a bunch of animals and eat all these pens when I do these videos. Yeah, sheep barn. That is a sheep barn, which... Oh, that's right. 599, so not quite 600. Nice little fence from the farm to the field. This, yeah, this should be the cattle one. I already looked at this one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's the cattle. So those are the main barn, main areas. Let's go take a look, see what harvester we got over here. Looks like we got harvester, obviously a header, and probably a header trailer, if I'm gonna guess right. Can I hop it? Oh, yeah. So Nardi header trailer. Ooh, Case IH 7150. Nice. And the 3050 Terraflex 28 foot. Good selection. I like. Now, do we have anything else around our fields? We do not. So starting off, again, we're in new farmer mode. You get 2963 and obviously the home farm. Do we own anything else? We do not. Love that when they put the American flag right there up top. Yeah. So we own this part of the map. Let's see here. What other... Ooh. If I'm looking at this right, when you buy certain fields, you actually buy the road as well. Nice. So except for, it looks like with a couple of exceptions, we can buy most areas. And that's a little town area. Wait, is this? Oh, they do have that broken up into multiple areas. Nice. And a tiny little corner. All right. I guess I hit my mic. I'm sorry, guys, if you're hearing that. I won't know until I do the edit. So yeah, it looks like you don't have to worry about buying the roads separately. You don't have to worry about buying any extra or, you know, sides of the map. You buy that when you get the whatever fields you're working on. You can even get, you know, around the creek or river, whatever that is. But you can't buy the river itself. So it looks like that's one exception. And then this vehicle shop over here is the other exception. Looks like just about everywhere else we can purchase. So kudos. I like. And this is a 4X map, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, looking at the kingmods.net site for old timers, it does say it is 4x. So, yeah, 4x map. And just barely fit on the screen here. But yeah, there's what you're looking at. There are several different areas if you guys want to do a multiplayer type server on that. So just for reference, looks like field 63 that we own is worth 465, basically almost 466,000. Field 29, which looks like is where the harvester is at, ready to go. That was worth 570,000. And our home farm is worth 361,000, 362 almost. So just to give you guys an idea on that. Like I said, everything looks to be... Oop. I hate the auto start. I always forget to update that or change that. And yeah, I usually, just as a friendly reminder, I do usually set the days per month to 3. I do turn periodic plowing on. Wait, periodic plowing required. I turn that on. A lot of times I turn off crop destruction because sometimes AI doesn't like to play nice and they'll drive through the field. And yeah. And I'm kind of torn between fieldstone, but considering I'm more or less am able to work with that. And I've been playing with the disaster destruction turned off, honestly. For what I've been doing, I've been turning it off. I think some of my small town USA map and the start from scratch map on Riverbend Springs, I think I'm gonna start turning that on. And so it's in full effect, not just for visuals. But I think I'm going to turn that on for full effect just because, you know, I want to experience that. Yeah, we're going to turn off automatic start and stop and go braking. Stop and go with that turned on, basically when you hit the brakes, you'll automatically start reversing. If you're, like for me, if you're on a keyboard and mouse, if you hit the S key when you're stopping and you keep holding that after you stop, you'll automatically start backing up. When it's turned off, with the way I have my keyboard set up, I think it's default. I could be wrong. When you hit the S key to stop, you will actually just stop. The W key is always your gas, just like in your real vehicle. So to change from reverse or forward to back or back to forward, I have the space key, the space bar set up for that. I do not have my farming sim rig set up just because I never really got into it. I still have it, obviously. I'm really thinking of getting another stand so that way I don't have to swap everything out on the stand. I can just swap out the stand for the other stand when I'm switching between farming sim and truck sim. I may have a new video for that truck sim coming out too soon. We'll see. Depends on when the states get released. But yeah, that's kind of the way I tend to get that set up, and I eventually will turn off, you know, like if I'm planning on playing on this map for a long time, I will turn fuel, seeds, fertilizer all off, just so it'll actually use what's in the machine or whatever it is we're using. So I'm actually going to enable straw swath because I can, and I forgot to unfold. But I just kind of want to get a feel for this. Can I? Ooh, I can. I like to do bare minimum 2 headlands. There we go. And I like using that because, let's hop in here. It's a little bit quieter in here. I like using the tram line, or whatever you want to call these, GPS lines. Wow. Just because it allows you to be in cab, actually, if you're not familiar with being in cab, and know that you're getting full use out of your equipment. So, we're going to go ahead and get this knocked out. But I think we're going to call the video there. Another nice short and sweet video, or at least as far as time frame goes. we'll see when it comes to editing. It might be just a shy under what my normal videos are, but we'll see. Anyway, if you guys happen to like what you see, if you catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell will let you be notified of every single video I post, and not just select a few here and there. Again, if you made it this far in my videos, please do us both a favor and do what I said earlier. But I do want to say that I definitely thank you, and that I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. And if you didn't make it this far and you didn't hear that, then shame on you. Anyway, guys, we'll catch you in the next episode. Hope you guys have a great week. See you next time. Bye.